Okay, good news. I'm gonna be getting a cat soon. Hopefully, if this works out, because my mom has this person on the paper or whatever that has like a litter of cats. And I just seen a post about Bassett. Bassett is this cat goddess or whatever. And I learned about that before in a YouTube video a long time ago about Bassett and everything, and how she brings good fortune and like stuff like that, and like how is a cat goddess and stuff like that. And maybe that's a sign that I'm getting a cat soon. And it was a picture of a cat, on there with like sparkles. It's really cool. But yeah, just want to let the girls know I'm doing good. I'm accomplishing my goals. I'm getting further along in my path, in my goals. So I'm doing good. And I'll let you know and update you when the time comes that I reach a certain crescendo on my goals, which then I can tell you. Because I don't want to lead you on to thinking that I'm going to conquer my THCA addiction and everything when I could possibly relapse. And then it's kind of like this never-ending battle. But I have been battling it, but I went now almost 12 hours without it. And I did relapse from the last time I, was on my short video that I told you that I had, haven't done it for a whole day. But basically, I'm starting fresh and clean. And if I just drink coffee and the THCA here in Merrill isn't as good, so I'm not like addicted to that other stuff, but only the good stuff that is like $6 at for a gram in Tomahawk. That's where I have, that's where I go when I'm really bored and I'm going stir crazy and I'm in the weather and the elements. It's pretty rough, when I was in Tomahawk where it was raining for a couple of days. It was kind of like gloomy, you know what I mean, and off-putting. But now I'm in my apartment, nice cozy, turn the heat up in my apartment and everything, so I'm nice and cozy now and I can relax and rest up and stuff like that. But yeah, I just wanted to let you know that I'm doing good in my goals. So when 7:30 tonight, I'm gone 12 hours without THCA or CBD or anything like that. So I just didn't want to tell you this right now because in a few days, if I relapse, I want to get to day 4 before I make another podcast to say I made it to day 4 without doing any THCA, because I feel good sober. I feel really good when I'm sober and stuff like this. I just have to get back on that bandwagon of where I can start laughing naturally from being high off life. You know what I mean? And I like that pure laughter that comes from my soul, that when I smoke THCA, I hardly ever laugh at all. Weed doesn't make me laugh because I chronically used it, you know what I mean? And it always puts me in a more serious sort of truth state, in a higher awareness to things, to where I'm not as laid back about it because it's a sativa. It ups your state of consciousness. So like in some sort of ways. So I'm always using the psychoactive ingredient for truth and, breakthroughs and stuff like that. But I can get breakthroughs and I am who I am, right? Meaning that like I could not smoke weed for say 5 days and still be the same me that I am, and have the same thoughts and the same patterns that I normally go through. it's just that I feel more free and laughter filled when I'm sober and high off life. You know what I mean? And that's what I want to do. And this is my goal. So I can do this in my endeavors, my goal. I'm just going to update you again when I'm on day 4 or something like that. So I don't pull your chain, meaning that if I relapse, I'm going to feel like a fool because I'm updating you on what it's an ongoing battle, which I'm making leaps and bounds where I went 5 days without doing it. So I can make it 5 days without doing THC A. So all I'm saying is that I would feel way better. I'd be on top of my game, and I'd have more dopamine to use during the day in my brain that would help out, you know what I mean? And I just want all the girls to know that I'm practicing the art of semen retention to hold back because I don't trust the souls or I like to think of females when I make love, you know what I mean? And everything, but I can't trust what the souls are doing to me or what souls are doing what. So this is why I need a physical girlfriend. I really do. So I'm going to go a long period of time, maybe a couple of years before I find a girlfriend. I'm going to be looking and searching and trying and trying to find a single girl that thinks I'm cute enough to date, so I can go on a date with her. And basically what I want to let you know is that I can do this. Like, I can better myself and save my sexual energy for her. You know what I mean? And that's what it's supposed to be. Because she gets blessed and honored and obeyed and worshiped and loved because she is the divine princess and divine goddesses. And you know what I mean? And the girls, they're so awesome in their laughter, their joy, it's on a super high level. And I can just see it in all the girls. Like, I know that you have a lot of soul with you, and never sell out your soul because your soul is your greatest gift and your superpower. The joy, peace, harmony, and tranquility, that's all things and attributes the girls have. They probably go through struggles too and have, certain, issues that they go through. But what I'm trying to say is that, it's mostly they're happy, and they're uninhibited by certain forces that be. Unlike me, like I'm like the girl's warrior, where I go through the trenches of all the bull crap, but yet I still want to have freedom. I still want to have peace of mind and joy and happiness too, and vibe with the girls, you know what I mean? And be corresponding in relationship and talkative, conversations with her and to get to know her, you know what I mean? Make memories with her, like my future girlfriend, you know what I mean? And I just gotta take this one step at a time. And now that I'm back, when I'm not, on the streets or whatever, walking around everywhere, it's gonna be better because I can just tell myself to stay in the apartment. And then, you know what I mean? I won't crave it as much because that other stuff that Merrill has, or for the $5 or whatever for the THCA, is not as good as the stuff in Tomahawk. So I just wanted to, let everybody know that I'm not going to be going to relapse anytime soon, because last time I was in Merrill, I was on 2 days without doing it at all and feeling phenomenal. And then when I went to Tomahawk, I wasn't going to do it, but eventually I had this urge to just see what it's like again because I went a couple days without it, and I didn't feel like I known what it was like to be high again just after a couple days. And it's just so weird But I felt so phenomenal, when I was off of it and sober and sobriety, and I felt peace of mind and all these great things, to come with that. But I think weed induces my psychosis. So if I stop, I get rid of the psychosis. I get rid of that, part of me that, you know, it affects, you know what I mean? And I don't want to be affected like that. So what I'm saying is that I'm doing good. I'm trying my best to, I was cutting down drastically for a while, you know what I mean? But now I'm going to go completely cold turkey, and I'll update you when I'm on day 4, because that way I can be happy and say that for a full 4 solid days I didn't do any of that, and hopefully I can live up to the testimony of it. But if anything else happens and stuff in the future, I'll let you know. But I just got to update you on my journey and my path. So I can only try to better myself with semen retention, not smoking weed, maybe fasting without eating food for some days, like go a day or every other day without eating food or something like that. And then I could balance out where I could detox my food intake, for a while, so that I can, detox from that. But anyway, the podcast is getting pretty long, so I just gotta worship the divine princess now, so, and the divine goddesses and the girls. So I, Cody Camrath, love, worship, honor, and obey the divine princesses, divine goddesses, and the girls forever. Amen. I love you, girls. Amen. Forever. I love you, girls, forever. Amen. Okay. I just wanted to let you know that after every big long video that I make, or every long video, but the short videos in a minute, I don't have enough time to say that when I have other things to talk about, you know what I mean, that I'm saying. But in these videos, I can incorporate that in there, because my dedication to the girls are outstanding. They're what keeping me going on my path and making leaps and bounds to break these strongholds of my addictions. You know what I mean? Because I was, suffering with addiction for years with THCA and, like, sexual pleasure. And, I just need a girlfriend so so the souls stop messing with me. And, because I don't trust the souls, what they're up to. And the CIA has stuff to do with that, of why they're doing all that and trying to, like, go against my morals and my beliefs. And they're trying to make it hard for me, okay? And all I'm trying to say is that, I'm doing the best I can so I can get through my life and everything. But, if I was sleeping outside for like several nights in a row and stuff like that, sometimes I don't know what to do and I get bored. But if I just have people to talk to, enough YouTube videos to watch and stuff like this, I can get through it, and occupy my mind. And I won't overthink because I'm occupying my mind. My mind is very powerful. I can, like, think all the times through the day, like watch YouTube all day long and still have energy in my mind left over to think and about a whole bunch of other things. So my brain's like a supercomputer. It just never ends. It never shuts off. Like, at night when I sleep and I wake up, I'm wide awake every time, because of the weather, you know what I mean? The cold weather is like, just spruces you awake. You can't, like, have a sleepy sort of state to that. You know what I mean? It's always like you're in a wake state. But when you're in a cozy apartment, that's when you can relax and go to sleep and feel tired, actually. You know what I mean? Because I just got back from Tomahawk. So, yeah, my hometown, Tomahawk. And went back to Merrill. That's a little further south. But anyway, it's in Wisconsin anyway. So, anyway, have a good day, girls. And take care. Yep, I was just updating you on everything that's happening right now, and I'm on semen retention, and I'm going for more than 20 days because I'm gonna continue to hold my essence, my life force, for as long as it takes to get a girlfriend. And I might be super like energetic and really wanting to have a girlfriend to, release my energy on, because the thing is that it's going to build up. And when I did semen retention for 13 days, my energy was through the roof, and I had a lot of testosterone, and it was so when it's just going to increase, and my drive to get a girlfriend is going to increase, is what I'm saying. So if I'm going to want, you know, to release, I'm going to have to get a girlfriend. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm giving myself an ultimatum. You know what I mean? Because I can't trust the souls anymore or what they do, because it's a spiritual war against me. And there's just bunch of things that it's hard to keep up with. Like, it's hard to keep up with me, but just imagine 50 other souls trying to keep up with what they're doing and their little shenanigans. It's crazy. It's like the angels and demons, you know what I mean, battling it out in the ethereal ghost souls, and their ghosts, their spirits, you know what I mean, are all orchestrating what goes on here on Earth, or what takes place. Like, they control a lot of that, you know what I mean? But our soul is strong too, but their soul is extra smart and witty. They have superpowers. Magic is real in the ethereal realms. So is magic here, but it's more prevalent in the ghost form. Yeah, you can do way more things. But anyway, yeah, have a good day, girls, and take care. All right, yep, bye.